My name is Thatcher Nakimuli. I'm an interior design engineer here at Kayoola Motors. I've worked on the project for almost 4 years. I joined in 2013. I studied architecture at Makerere University and I graduated in 2015, January 2015. I'm 25 years old. I joined this project as an architecture designer. I was working on the land that we are going to start building at in Jinja. I designed the master plan for the Kayoola Motors project with a colleague of mine. That's where we designed the production facilities, we designed the technology and innovation center, and the rest of the support facilities necessary for the manufacturing of vehicles in Jinja, in Uganda in the future. I have worked on different projects for Kayoola Motors Corporation, including the Kayoola Solar Bus, and I designed the interior of the bus. As you can see, it's very beautiful and very comfortable. And it was an interesting project because, as with my background in architecture, it was my first time to work on automotive products. We had to look into what kind of materials are we going to use, what colors are we going to go with, because we want this to be a bus for the people. Is it going to be yellow? Is it going to be red? Is it going to be blue? Or is it going to be neutral so that every layman can feel comfortable in it? So we went with a beige color that is not only classy and elegant, but also comfortable because it's the natural color of the fabric that we chose, that's the leather. And we also looked into the ergonomics of these chairs. What seats are we going to use? Are we going to design our own seat, or are we going to use a seat that's already on the market? So that's when we had a series of different designs. We developed some prototypes of the seats that we were going to use in the bus. At some point we had plastic seats, as I don't know if you guys have experience with city buses, most of them have plastic seats, and we want our customers to feel a bit more comfortable. So we designed this seat right here, and we wanted it not only to offer comfort and elegance to the bus, but we wanted someone to own it because this is something that has been designed here. So after we finished the design, we contracted a local manufacturer of leather and fabrics and seats here in Kampala, and he's the one who managed to build these seats for us. So everything in this bus, in the interior, 100% has been done here in Uganda. When I was growing up, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to be. My parents wanted me to be a doctor, like every other child out there, I think. But I think I figured out what I wanted to do when I joined high school, because at that point is when I started realizing that I had an eye for creativity and I wanted to do some things with my hands. So I wanted to do something that involved, if it wasn't engineering, it would involve design. So I decided to do physics at A level and math and technical drawing at A level and economics. So in my mind, I figured that if I'm not going to be an architect, that was the first combination that I would go for. If I'm not going to be an architect, then I'm going to be an engineer, or I'm going to be an entrepreneur. So I did that combination: physics, economics, math, and technical drawing. And luckily, I managed to pass highly and get into architecture school in Makerere University on government. And I did that for 5 years. During my course through architecture is understood as a difficult course around the world. And it was challenging. At some point, you feel like you're going to drop out of the course, or you're not going to finish. But then I had internships with various firms. And my work on the Kayoola Motors project started as an internship in my 4th year. I did internship on the project. That's when I started working on the design of the master plan. And that's when I gained interest in this project. I figured this is an exciting project. This is something that's going to build our nation. What can we do? What can I do as a person to contribute? And the company needed designers, because it was already, most of the people here were mainly engineers, and at that time there were 2 designers. So I joined the team, and I guess I've never looked back. It's been exciting, and hopefully we shall be launching our cars soon and our work will be out there in the public. So my work on this project so far has been really interesting because I've been exposed, like I said, to different disciplines, different people, engineers, designers, stylists, and I want to challenge the girl child out there that you can do anything, and if you have something in your mind that you want to produce out there in the world, don't stop at thinking about it. Because when you look at me, I'm an architect. I didn't think I would work with companies such as Ford, for example, but I did an internship there and I managed to interface with different people who are making the cars we are driving right now. And I don't want to just stop at driving cars that have been designed by other people. I want to sit in a car that I have designed, and I believe it's possible. And I believe that girls out there can get involved in this project, not just as engineers or as software designers or as designers, interior designers, as exterior designers, but the automotive industry is so big. It has human resource, it has administration, it has marketing, it has sales, and one of the most important things about such a company is the sales and marketing. If the project has been put out there, guys are going to buy it, and then you want to be part of that. You want to be part of that experience. Something new in Uganda, in Africa, has actually been adapted by the Ugandans and by the Africans. And I know that many girls out there are going to read this message, and I want them to know that they can be part of this project.